Real Madrid failed to keep the league alive. Welcome to the recap. Welcome to the recap. It was a very exciting game, a 4-3 game, El Clásico, the final Clásico, where Barcelona won 4 out of the 4 Clásicos, which has never happened in history before. It was also a game that told us a lot about our defense, both Madrid and Barcelona. It exposed the defense. Every time there was an attack, it seemed like both teams were going to score. On one hand, you have long season injuries like Carvajal, Militao, and very poor tactical planning. And on the other hand, you have a high press line that once it becomes consistent, once they get that time to practice, it's going to be very hard to play football against Barcelona. Let's start with the first goal. Kylian Mbappe scored in the first 5 minutes from a pass to Cubarsí. Was it offsides? I don't think so. I felt that Cubarsí actually had control of the ball. He just controlled it incorrectly and gave a bad pass back to Chesney, which is not common of Cubarsí. Cubarsy's strengths is his passing, his short pass or his long pass. Chesney came out horrible, out of time, and caused a penalty for Real Madrid. Mbappe runs up to the penalty spot, shoots it, which was a horrible shot. Chesney should have stopped that penalty, but his hands were a little weak, so Real Madrid goes up. Second goal, we have a pass from Vinicius. I feel like we have to rewind the playback a little bit. Was it a foul on Lamine? Absolutely. If Lamine's shirt was white and the team name was Real Madrid, they would have gave it a foul. So yes, it was a foul on Lamine. They stepped on him, which prevented Lamine Yamal from continuing his dribble. From there, they give the ball to Vinicius. Vinicius does a little outside pass to Mbappe, and we got 2-0. At this time, Madrid, every Madrid fan is like, we got this. Finally, we got a game over Barcelona. But every culé was, no. We've seen this before. You think Madrid is a rey of remontadas? Have you guys seen Barcelona play this year? In 15 minutes, 2-2. In 20 minutes, 2-3. Let's go with the first goal. Shout out to Eric Garcia, who has been playing every position available except the strikers and the wings. Eric Garcia gets a flick from Ferran Torres, who's been playing phenomenal. Honestly, if Ferran can step it up a little bit, I can see him taking over that striker role where Barcelona doesn't have to invest in a right now striker, where they can invest in a striker for the future. Ferran is still young, but let's talk about that flick. Ferran flicks the ball to the first post. Eric runs in, beats Asensio, which, by the way, like I've said here before, the more the kid plays, the more average he looks. Beats Asensio to the ball, 1-0. Second goal, was it a hand from De Jong? Look, De Jong is my favorite player. Barcelona is my team. And yes, it could have been called a handball, but it wasn't. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. Stay tuned. There's a fifth goal we got to talk about. Same concept. De Jong wins the ball. They're passing around in the 18-yard. Pedri sends it to Ferran. Ferran controls it, sends it to the new star, the new sensation of football, the one that's going to give football world hope and all Madrid fans nightmares. Lamine Yamal, first time shot with his left, right in the corner. Courtois had nothing to do. We're 2 up. Now this is the 32nd minute. At this point, you can tell Madrid is done. They're stunned. They're like, it doesn't matter what we do. These players are better. These players are faster. These players are stronger. It doesn't matter if we play perfect, because if we play perfect, it will never be good enough to beat this Barcelona team. So now it comes the 33rd minute. Mbappe and Ceballos crash, which is telling, which is what's been happening this whole season for Real Madrid. It's a disaster. They crash. Pedri gets the ball. Looks up, sends it to Rafinha. Rafinha takes 2 touches and slams it into the right corner. 3-2. This happened in less than 25 minutes. Let's talk about the fourth goal. From Mr. Could be Ballon d'Or, Rafinha. Real Madrid bad pass to defense. Rafinha fights Vasquez. Vasquez loses. Rafinha passes it to Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres passes it to Rafinha. Rafinha by itself makes a sitter. We're looking at 4-2 now. At halftime, you're like, is this game going to finish 8-2? 8-3, 9-3, 9-2? But we start with the second half, and Barcelona keep at it. Rafinha misses quite a bit crucial sitters. And then Indigo Martinez, which is not normal of him, he's been playing great. He's been passing the ball great. Tries to pass it, they block it. And then he tries to pass it again, they block it. Vinicius passes to Mbappe, and they score. Now it's 4-3. This is an issue I have with Barcelona currently right now, because the way that Madrid's playing, the way that Barca's playing, Barcelona should have ended this game. The game should have ended 7-2, 8-2, but they didn't kill them. Again, they let them live. Even though this Madrid is not El Madrid, El Real Madrid, they don't have that DNA, still a live dog. And when they're a live dog, you gotta make sure that once you get them by the throat, you don't let them go. And Barcelona did. And they give him life. We reach the final minutes. Fermin Lopez has the ball. Valverde, who was playing sort of injured, kicks it, and it kicks Fermin Lopez's hand. Then Valverde takes possession of the ball. Then Fermin Lopez takes it away from him, dribbles past two defenders, and smashes it to the right corner. Courtois should have done better, but I can tell how maybe he couldn't see the ball fully. It goes in. Barcelona celebrating, everybody celebrating. I honestly thought everybody from the stands was going to invade the field, but wait. A lot of the rumors around is that this league is very corrupt. You have the Negreira case, or you have the Real Madrid case with the comunicados, with the pressure, with the Florentino doing what he does. Let's not get into too many details. And the VAR calls the ref to see the play. The ref looks at the play and he decides it's a handball. They disallow Fermin Lopez's goal, which was probably the nicest goal of the game. But at this point, I mean, it's like, dude, they already lost. Let it go, but it is what it is. Now, we go back to Frankie de Jong's goal. Frankie de Jong's play where it generated a goal. You have both. And I think both could have been given, both could have been called. So it's a toss-up. But after this, Real Madrid lose their fourth Clásico in 1 year. Mbappe scores a hat-trick, which is half useless because Madrid lost, but useful because this helps them in the Pichichi run, especially right now that Lewandowski is injured. So now Mbappe is the top scorer at La Liga. Mbappe has been doing great. Mbappe's numbers in a winning side like Barcelona, that guarantees you Champions League, Liga, and all the cups. But in a side that who knows what's happening? Is it really Ancelotti? Xabi Alonso's coming along now. Maybe he's going to turn him around. Overall, that was this weekend's biggest match. It was a great match. On Real Madrid's side, I'm excited to see what Xabi Alonso's going to do. If he's going to play Xabi Alonso ball, he's going to play 4-3-3. What players Real Madrid is going to bring in? On Barcelona's side, what does Flick need to do to improve that high line, that defense, where Barcelona still places that high line and concedes maybe one or two less goals, which in the long run sort of guarantees you that you're going to win 95 to 98% of the games. Also, who is Barca going to bring? And if they bring somebody, are they really going to improve the squad? In the midfield, you have Frankie de Jong and Pedri, the best midfield in the world. And I don't think they have reached their prime yet or their peak. I think next year, it's going to be scarier. We keep talking here about some football, about Real Madrid, Barcelona. If you guys want us to talk about different topics, let us know. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. See you here in the next video.